Good to see you. I am jumping here live tonight, so I'm going to give you a second to get on. And I have a couple different places where you're going to find me, which is our Hello Freedom Tribe. This is a space that is for all of my master classes that are coming up for this fall. So I have different classes coming up this fall for you, and it's a series of lots of different really beautiful juicy topics. And so all of those will be placed in our Hello Freedom Facebook tribe. If you want to join that, you can send me a DM and I'll send you a link to join that group, or you could just Google the group and answer the question and immediately by hitting refresh. So everything's going to be there tonight. I am on my actual feed. So I'm really looking forward to seeing every one of you jumping on and your comments, and I'll be able to read your comments afterwards. Excuse me. I just cooked a bunch of Indian food, and so my nose is still itching and my eyes are burning from the onions and the garlic. But so tonight we're going to talk a little bit about the teachings of Goddess Isis. Hey, thanks for jumping in. I'm going to kind of be looking back and forth to two different cameras because one is for my group and one is for my live on my feed, and one is for YouTube. So yes, so tonight we're talking a little bit about some of the upcoming topics that I have available for you, and I'm really, really excited. So if you have followed any of my stories, I did a little poll the other day on my, well, actually it was on my feed, of some of the topics that are coming up for some of these really beautiful things. So I'm going to share with you just kind of a little bit about what that looks like. And we're going to be doing some kind of like a dipping our toe into some of these topics over these next couple weeks and to the end of the year. I am setting this container up to have a beautiful mastermind coming up for each of you that are interested in diving deeper into these topics. And this is a 12-month container for women, and it is an empowerment coaching group, a mentorship, and a mastermind specifically for really diving deep into your own self-care and your own personal growth, and really helping to raise the frequency of this planet with the work that we're doing. And so in this mastermind group, it's a really beautiful container that is a 12-month journey up to a 24-month journey, depending on which programs that you choose. And you are able to be part of this program as the kind of a pre-invitation to this container. And it's a pre-enrollment period, which is just now opened up. And my workshops and everything are starting right now, just kind of as a, I can say just like a private group status, where we're really diving very, very deep into some really beautiful, beautiful work and setting ourselves up for the class of 2024 to start in January. So anyone that comes into this container previous to the January 1st launch is going to be able to jump in with an up to 50% off tuition. And so what this looks like, hey, thanks for coming on and saying hi. So what this looks like for you today is really for the master classes that are coming up. They are all topics that we'll be really approaching deeply within our Sangha. And Sangha is a Sanskrit word for community. And so within our mastermind, we create a very, very strong community of women that are really, really doing the work and raising the frequency of this planet. And so I'm inviting you to see what that looks like. And you can jump in my link tree. My link tree is in my first comment there. And you can see the Shamanic Mastermind Mentorship Holistic Transformational of 2024 and look at what that looks like. And if it's something that feels like it was resonating with a fuck yes in your heart, then simply just book a discovery chat. We can talk about what that looks like. So tonight I'm talking about the teachings of Goddess Isis, first off, as the first topic. And a couple years ago, it'll be 2 years this month that I went, hey Jordan, hey Shannon, I went to Egypt and I really received some massive upgrades and integration. It just was a total whirlwind of information that was coming in, and it's taken me 2 years to really integrate what that is. And so just on this last new moon, this is the new moon in Scorpio as I record this, but the last new moon in Virgo, or excuse me, Libra, the Libra new moon last month, I journaled, and I was journaling as I do every new moon and asking Spirit, what do you want me to share? What do you want me to focus on right now? And then sharing what I'm really manifesting in my life and working with manifestation codes and money codes and goddess codes and all of the things that I've been doing with this freedom lifestyle. And Spirit's like, yes, teach that and teach others how to up level themselves and up level this planet, and then offer these teachings as a 10-week series in your lives, and then as a deep dive, really deep container within the 12-month container for our mastermind. So this is what I'm doing. And so I'm starting a podcast. I was told to start a podcast on my 50th solar records, my sacred union with Takata. And some beautiful friends of ours do some, and we did an informational reading with some really guided questions. And Spirit was like, you must do this podcast. Your mission here with Takata is to online community, or continue your online community, continue your community in person, and really train masters how to be masters in this life. And so we're really working with, we're the teachers of teachers. So we're teaching teachers, and we're teaching you how to go out and to do this work. So the mastermind is calling in women who have, who are yogis, artists, creatives, priestesses, goddesses, light workers, healers, artists. I said artists. So any kind of holistic field of mastery. And if you have a field of mastery and you're ready to up level, then that's what this mastermind is for. So if you are in a space where you have really taken one skill and you're ready to take it and really integrate that into the world, and present that on a platter and say, this is what my work's offering is, then yes, that's what we're here for. And we're here to take all of that and to bring it together with the other 13 women. Hey, Terry. Hey, Becky, that are in our container. And so right now we're almost half full, and I'm looking to go and really, excuse me, I thought I turned my messages off. So I'm looking to really ask whoever's ready to show up in their life and to step in fully to your path, your purpose, potential, your platform. And I am here to partner with you on how to take all of your life's work and partner that into profit and divine play, and working with this freedom lifestyle, as well as finding all of the freedoms of your message. Oh, I got to turn these messages off. Hold on. So finding all the freedoms for your own self. And so what that looks like is that we are, let me turn this off. I don't know. Anyway, so we are calling in 13 women to do this work together as a deep dive. And what I'm doing is offering this as kind of a predecessor of what we're going to be talking about in our sanghas and chats. And then as far as the mastermind goes, this is an offering to get certified in either your 200-hour yoga, your 500-hour yoga, your shamanic practitioner training, Reiki training, or the online business coaching, in addition to the deep dives that we're going to be doing within the 12-month container. So the topic for tonight is the teachings of Goddess Isis. And so as I came back from Egypt, and as I've been integrating and really, really just diving into my own inner work, we decided to move to Austin to really communicate with all of our people that are down here, to commune and to do festivals and events and things like that in person. And then I'm taking and offering all of this also online. And so it's kind of a cross pollination of all of these things that have come together with our Temple of the Sacred Heart Church and my Yoga for Love online training programs. And then also partnering with my Inner Goddess retreats and offering spaces for you to come and actually be in person and really dive deep together in a very safe container. So we are looking to have our Egypt retreat 13 moons from now. And so if you're thinking about going to Egypt, this is the time for you to step up and say, put me on the list. This is something that's been on your heart for a long time. So this is part of this, kind of the end of this journey next year, 1 year from now, 13 moons from now. And we'll be doing our priestess retreat to all the temples and sacred sites in Egypt. So this is kind of an overview of what's happening right now. And so I'm really, really excited to bring through these teachings. And as I was journaling last new moon, I was taking out my legal pad. I'm very much a writer. Some of you know that I have a book called Yoga for Love, Tools for Mind, Body, Spirit. And hey, Ada, and hey, Donna. Hi, nice to see you. So in my book, I basically wrote everything on a legal pad, and it doesn't come in for me after the fact. What happens is I teach it, and then I download it as I'm teaching it, and then I write it as it downloaded. And so as soon as I get through teaching, I'm like, I just take everything down. And so that's how it comes in for me. And so when I was ready to sit with those questions that I had for last new moon, Spirit's like, "Oh, this is what you're going to teach." And Spirit gave me everything that I was going to teach for the curriculum for these Egyptian teachings from the teachings directly from Goddess Isis. And so I'll be working with the channelings from Goddess Isis, Sekhmet, the Hathors, the Mother Goddess Hathor, as well as all of the Egyptian pantheon of goddesses. And then Takata is moving through channeling the energies of the sun god Ra, Osiris, and Horus. And so taking and integrating these teachings of all of the sacred sexuality of the divine feminine, divine masculine that's been downloaded to us, which we started discovering 3 years ago when we came together in this life, just in January of 2024 will be 3 years. However, we've been remembering through our integration of all the massive cosmic sex magic that we've created and found all of these lifetimes of information that are coming through as the Akashic records are breaking open. And we're tapping into these deep, deep teachings that are in the collective consciousness from the teachings of Isis that we used to have when when we were priestesses and priests at the temples over there. And so it's now all of our DNA has some of the cosmic Egyptian DNA. So it's thousands and thousands and thousands of years later, and they call them the son of the gods, and the bloodline is now infiltrated through all of humanity. So what we're doing now is we're activating those codes within our DNA. All of us have these sacred light codes within us, and within these deep dive teachings, we're activating these sacred light codes to up level our own gifts and offerings and partner with others that are other light workers that are doing this work all over the planet, gridding the planet with codes of light. And some people are called to actually go to locations, some people are called to do it through light work or light language, or just simply offering things online. So everyone's call is a little bit different, and I'm here to help you find what that looks like as you step into your point of mastery in this life. And that's really what a mastermind is for, is taking like-minded people that are all on a similar path and raising it up to a whole nother bar. And so my calling is to share these deep dive teachings with you that are downloading from Spirit. And I'm finding that all of these teachings have backed up resources from history, but I don't read the history first because that dilutes the information that's coming in, and it makes the information bias. And so I channel it first, and then I go and research it, and I back it up with the things that I'm sharing in the deep dive teachings within our mastermind. And so the live will be like a little snippet in my podcast of the topic. And then we will be going really, really deep within that next month of that whole entire teaching from that particular teaching that is within the same topic. So some of it might be working with sacred sexuality, which is combining the sacred union within us. We are all androgynous beings. We all have divine masculine. We all have divine feminine. Some of us show up more masculine. Some of us show up more feminine. But also some of the deepest teachings is to learn how to reflect on the opposite side of the spectrum and to balance out your scales so that you are able to be in complete divine union within self. And once we're in complete divine union within self, it is only then when we have that complete union within self that we are able to reflect out into the outer reality and find our sacred partner. So unless we find a shadow partner, which is very common, and that's something that, narcissistic behaviors stem from, shadow twin flames stem from, and there's a lot of that shadow work that's being done in the world. And then twin flames are saying, you haven't done the work. I'm not showing up for you this life. You better get your shit together. I'm leaving until you figure your shit out, which is the healthy thing to do. So a lot of us as light workers who have healed on our own path are now healing within self, completely within that divine feminine, divine masculine. And many, many, many of us are now coming together, actually finding our twin flames are on this earth and doing this work together. And even if you don't have a twin flame that's on this earth, you can still be doing this work within sacred union of self. And so it's utilizing the magic of the orgasmic bliss of the universe to create and manifest and step into that field of quantum abundance and the field of plenty. The Native Americans called it the field of plenty, the great mystery, everything that's ever wished upon and dreamed upon and desired is already here. And so calling all of this in, and I'm teaching you these codes as I'm mastering these codes in my own life and coming to from my mentors and my teachers and also my channels and guides, and then sharing with you how to utilize this information in your life to create the life that you're truly here to live, dream, and visualize and manifest. So it is deep work, and it's so fun. It's so fun. I mean, you're dealing with cosmic orgasm energy. Absolutely. How fun is that, right? If we can stay in the cosmic bliss of the orgasm all the time, why would we not want to be there? Why would we want to be anywhere else? So continuing to stay up. And the law of attraction teaches through Esther Hicks that we are like the cork. Our natural frequency is to rise to the top. Cream always rises to the top. It is the natural tendency to be buoyant like a cork. And so the only time we're pulled down under those tidal waves is when we have all that stuff and that baggage hanging on to us. So learning how to clean and clear, which is Reiki is the foundational energetic for cleaning and clearing and maintaining your own energy bubble. And if you have yet to be attuned to Reiki officially in this life, let me know. I'm doing 3 Reiki trainings 3 months in a row. So if you want to do level 1, level 2, level 3 all in a row, if you're ready to integrate very fast, our level 1, 2, and 3 are, I'm doing internship for the level 3 mastery, which is master practitioner and master teacher. And so you can attend any of the teachings as often as you want until you feel ready to teach this on your own. And then I provide you my manual. You can use it. You can start making an income at level 2 when you start seeing clients and helping your family and your friends and your circle of people to really learn how to release, to let go, to clear, to pull in light, to stay within the light, to create an energetic bubble. Many of us are empaths. And so it's most of the people that I'm speaking to, you've already freed yourself from the matrix and you're already totally understanding this language. And if you're not, just Google some of this stuff. But if you're watching this, it's because you're here on the law of attraction. I'm only doing attraction marketing. I'm not doing anything paid, any paid advertising or anything like that. So anyone who's coming into my field and my vortex right now is because we're magnetic and we're calling each other in. And so I'm working within the law of attraction with every single moment, with every single post. I send it and infuse it with Reiki. And I pray that whomever is meant to see it will see it. And so if you're here right now, it's because we are here together on a purpose to do this work together. Whether it's just for me with you, for you, and share with you some information and maybe crack something open in your brain and just blow your mind, or maybe it's like we're going to hook arms together and do, and we're going to share this mission together, and we're going to do this life journey together. And really, maybe it's for a period of time, or maybe it's for an indefinite thing where we're doing it together for a longer period of time. And we don't really know how those paths are going to converge until we discuss to see what it's like on a discovery and figure out what that looks like. So I'm here to show up to say I'm available to just teach you Reiki. I'm available to show up for you and teach you these things on my free podcast and on my lives. If you want to dive deeper and come into my mastermind, then you can apply with the link tree in my link on my bio, or you can book a discovery chat. We can talk about what that looks like. So with the teachings of the twin flame journey, it's really about embodying all of that divine masculine, divine feminine within your own self, and then mastering that so we can reflect into the outer world a healed version of the divine masculine, a healed version of the divine feminine. And so whenever we keep attracting the same things over and over and over in our life, it means we're mirroring that out into the world. And so we have to take full personal responsibility that I'm doing something that's causing that to show up in my field. It's never anything that's being done to you. The universe is always doing everything for us in conjunction with us, because we are the co-creators of our life, co-creating with source energy, with divine energy, with this cosmic bliss of the universe. And we're creating this dream as we envision it and broadcast it out into the reality. And so if you're not receiving the reality that you're broadcasting out and you're not enjoying what you're seeing, then snap yourself out and figure out where your mirror is projecting shadow and learn to love that shadow. And so a lot of the tools that we do with the shamanic practitioner training work is working within that shadow. And as Valkyrie, I've taken the name Valkyrie because that is my divine path. As a healer, as a light worker, as an energy worker, I am here to help work through the shadows. And every shadow has a shadow of light. And then we learn to love that light. And then that light has another shadow. And we learn to love that shadow. And that shadow has a reflection of light. And we learn to love that light. And it goes on ad infinitum. The layers don't ever stop. The work doesn't ever stop. But we just get used to walking in both worlds. And so with the shamanic practitioner work, it's a 6-module course that takes you through all of the indigenous teachings from different parts of the world into the learning how to do a shamanic power animal retrieval, learning how to do an extraction healing, learning how to work with death and dying, and so much more. So it's a really, really beautiful training. And if that's something that's calling to you, that's part of this mastermind as well. So you can check out what that looks like and see if that feels like it's a total fuck yes, full body yes, then you will be one of these next people that are working with us in this very, very tight container for this next year. If you feel like Reiki training is for you, if you're an empath and you're like, yes, I need to really learn how to protect my energy bubble. I need to learn how to stop people from pulling on my light. I need to cut off those energy vampires. I want tools. I want to pull in my light, pull in my power. Those are things that you learn in your level 1. And your level 2, you start to learn how to share that with other people. And it's a very, very yin stream energy. It's very, very beautiful. So that's an offering for you to step fully into your power. If you're not sure where to start, you can always do a private session with myself or Takata or both of us, online or in person. And if you are really at a crossroads in your life, then I'm happy to channel some information from you for your guides through a reading. And so I work closely with multi-level dimensional guides, galactic family, angels, archangels, master teachers, power animals, spirit animals, and just finally listening and attuning. And I use cards as a way for divination, a way for clarity, a way for receiving divine answers, and then channeled messages. And sometimes things will come through from your ancestors or from loved ones that are on the other side, or angels will come in through affirmations and teaching you how to work with positive words and language and reprogramming your brain. So there's lots and lots of ways that you can receive confirmation and validation. And lots of us right now are going through massive shifts and changes. And so if you're in that, what do I know what to do? And let's book a reading and like figure it out, because that's really a place to start, is getting answers and clarity on what is your next step. I have done hundreds of readings over this summer at in downtown Austin at Casa de Luz, just seeing a massive amount of just general public people just walking in and just sitting down at my table. I don't know them from Adam. I may never see them again, but it's given me this collective perspective. I love that collective perspective of what's going down. And I mean, like divorces, leaving jobs, I mean, massive career changes, like shifts in moves. Like it's not just one person, it's everybody. We're all going through it. We are all in this, what I call the asteroid belt right now. And we are completely in it. And we're kind of learning to dodge those asteroids, and becoming quite masters at that. But sometimes we get annihilated and we get shot down, and we have to just take it down to the ground and take it down to the earth and bring it back to the planet and just rest and eat and sleep and be human. So there's this really interesting mix of doing this cosmic work and then bringing it down to earth. Last thing I want to talk about is your abundance mindset, because as spiritual light workers and healers and yogis, we are not meant to give away our gifts for free. We are meant to live abundantly. And that means you have to have money. And in this 3D world that we live in right now, we have not transcended money, okay? You hear me? We have not transcended money. You have to have money. Money is okay. It's okay to have money. It's actually fucking awesome to have money. So let's pull it in for you and let's figure out what that looks like. And if you don't have a vehicle, a high ticket offer, if you're constantly having low ball offers, low ticket MLMs, small ticket items, $100 yoga classes, $25 yoga classes, I don't even know. But if you're constantly doing all this work and it's wash, rinse, repeat, and you don't have anything on the horizon for something bigger, let's talk. We must pull in a massive amount of finances and bring it over to the light. That is our work on this planet. Bringing in the light and bringing in the money to the light and recoding all of this money is what is so important right now. And I have the vehicle for that. I have the golden ticket for that. I have the answer. It is quantum, it is magnetic, it is magnificent, and it is something that is so beautiful and it's so simple. So I have a master class specifically on this freedom lifestyle if you would like to look at that and take a deep dive into possibly partnering with a high ticket offer that would you could still continue to do all your offerings. This is something that works when you're sleeping. My mantra here is I make money online, I make money while I sleep. I make money online, I make money while I sleep. I make money online, I make money while I sleep. I love money and money loves me. I love money and money loves me. I love money and money loves me. And so we're calling it in because as we call in money, money loves to be fast, money loves to flow fast, and money loves to move and change hands. Money is liquid. It is liquid assets. It is water. It flows. And so pulling in abundance and then sending it back out into the world, pulling it in and sending it back out. And that doesn't happen when we're stagnant in our bank accounts. It doesn't happen when we're like holding on to that last $100. You know, we have to move the money. Money has to move in order to reciprocate. And so every time we send money out, we make 10 times more. Every time I send money out, I make 10x more. And so these are truths, and it's only possible if you have a vehicle that's going to continue to produce like the golden eggs. And so we have the golden ticket. I am able to show you what that looks like. And I'm ready to jump in here and partner with you so we can up level the mindset of this planet, and we can up level all of our friends and family and do some massive philanthropic work on this planet that we're here to do. My deepest love and the waters, many of you who been friends with me on social media for a while just know my deep love of the water. You know, the sacred springs, the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, all of these sacred waters must be reprogrammed and healed. And so this is the deep, deep work that we're doing together. And so it is within the water that all of the memory, every memory that ever was and every memory that ever will be is recorded in the water. And we are 72% water. So we must flow like the water. We must put living water into our being and reprogram all of our water and tap into the consciousness and the wisdom of the water, which is money. Money just flows like water. It is all has water terms. You know, if you look at the words that all are associated with money. So I am really excited to share with you that as well. So if anything that I have said here resonates, tap on the link tree in my bio or send me a DM and we'll book a discovery chat and figure out what the next step is for you. I might just simply be that channel for you to say, here's the messages for you, now go do it. Or we might be partnering together in one way or another. So I wanted to come on here tonight to give you that invitation. First of all, to book a discovery chat. Second of all, to jump on one of my master classes on this freedom lifestyle and receive the link to learn more about what this looks like, to really have a massive high ticket offer that produces the golden tickets over and over and over in your life. Hey, Melissa. And so, you know, this is an offering for you. Or if you want to dive deeper and jump into my online training and my mastermind, then let's look at that. I'm taking applications right now. I'm currently in the pre-enrollment phase. And during this pre-enrollment phase, between now and December 31st, really now in winter solstice, to be totally honest with you, because we're going to be full very soon, you're going to have the opportunity to have up to 50% off of my mastermind, which is a 1-year container. You have 2 years to complete any of the courses that are longer level, like the 500-hour yoga teacher training mastery. And you have access to all of the courses that you start for lifetime. So this is my offering to you. This is how I'm showing up. And I'm looking for you to partner with your own personal yes. So resonate with that, sit with that, pray about it, send me a DM. Don't overthink it. Think about it and then drop into your heart and feel into your heart. Again, if money is the thing, you're like, don't let the money thing be an obstacle, because money is meant to flow and there is always a way. But if your body and your heart is saying yes, then yes, let's do it. Let's move forward. Let's talk. Let's figure out what this looks like for you in your life. I'm looking forward to showing up with more lives for you as I come in with my podcast. And that's going to be mostly on my Instagram. And I will be sharing cross posts here on my Facebook of what that looks like. So thank you so much for jumping on tonight. It's such a pleasure to speak to you and to be doing this work with you. I'm so honored to bring through these teachings from the goddess Isis and all of the teachings of the Egyptian pantheon, of all of the beautiful queens and priestesses. Such an honor, such an honor. And so thank you so much for being on. I'm going to sign off here, and I look forward to seeing you in the DMs or on a discovery chat. So much love. All right.